Xiang, how was your rest among the rats? Xiang? Ah, there you are, looking as pretty as ever.
I rested well.
Perhaps you would prefer my company compared to the rats? You could have chosen these last night if you had preferred. But you're too damn stubborn, aren't you, woman? Why don't you raise your hands above your head for me? I want to get a better look at you. Mr. Hong, please. Check her pockets.
Of course, master.
We can't have her hiding anything sharp, can we? Is she hiding anything? Check her thoroughly.
I could only see a gun, master.
A gun?
You've already taken my machete.
Nothing else? Does she have a ledger, perhaps?
She does.
Oh, this I would like to see. I would like to see what's in her little book. Oh, and speaking of which, this I must place on your chest.
Of course, master. Oh, thank you very much, Master Lon.
Oh, this ledger is very disappointing. Very disappointing indeed. Mr. Hong, lift your shutter, please.
Oh,
There you go. Now you are safe from all bullets. There is nothing they can do to you. You may put your arms down now. What thoughts have you given to my proposal? The gems for your life and much, much more. Return to China with me. Take the dragon throne. Sit by my side. Cast the foreigners out into the sea with the power of the White Lotus Society. Yes. Do you concede? Do you help me?
How about I show you things first and you can decide if you really think I'm capable of helping you?
What kind of things?
Well, I'm sure you've ventured some around here.
Oh, yes. We have made a grand tour. We've seen the gun shop. Many days ago, actually.
I heard you talking about it.
Ah, you little snake, huh? Like to listen into conversations that don't belong to you. I like this very much. I have seen the upstairs, the tea room. I have seen the melee market. I have seen the tavern. What is it called? The Blue Ball or the something. I forget its name. I have also seen the Opium Emporium. But you know one thing that in all of these places, there were no customers. It was quiet as a mouse. Ah, yes. Mr. Ming, he is a prize warrior. He rose high during the Boxer Rebellion. How many men did you slaughter, Mr. Ming? You see? That's not 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 100, 200, 300, 400. Whatever you tell me now, I will listen. But keep in mind, I do not trust you yet. My favors are not so easily obtained. You must prove yourself today. Miss Shaoxiang, I have something I must give you. I want you to drink this, and I also want you to smoke one of these. Of course, this is of your own free will, but it will make you less, how shall we say, feisty. All the way down. Did she drink it? Alright, check the bottle. Make sure there's nothing left. How are you feeling? Now smoke one of these cigarettes.
And do you have a light? Or should I light it with just my eyes?
Which of you fine gentlemen would like to offer Miss Shaoxiang here a light for her opium cigarette?
Thank you.
Ah, here is your personal bodyguard, Miss Huang. Miss Huang, you remember yesterday I told you to stick to Shaoxing like glue. You know what to do if she is to act up in any way. The phrase, yes? A fox grieves over the death of a rabbit. This is your signal. Do not let her get close to Zhang Wei.
And if she does get too close?
Oh, a little poke in the side might remind her. Lift up your shirt a little bit while I put this charm on your chest. This will protect you from all bullets. Make sure it does not fall off. Ah, this a little more like it.
Ni hao ma. Welcome. Welcome.
Mr. Trip. That's more like it. Oh? Oh.
It's impressive cow.
Is this a cowboy way of showing respect?
Yes, in some ways.
I see. Very good, very good. This is a proper reception. I know Fei Long.
卡涛，卡涛，
烤桃，
卡涛，
要到，要到，
烤桃。
要到。
Enough!
Good evening.
Rise. That is enough ceremony for today. Unless you have something else planned, Mr. Zhang Wei. I assume that's you?
That would be correct, yes, sir. I presume that you are Mr. Wang Lun, yes?
Yes. I am Mr. Wang Lun. Inspector General of the White Lotus Society. We have traveled very far to be here, and have only just arrived.
I'm glad that you are here, dear sir. And I hope that your journeys, all the way over from the homeland as many miles as you have had to travel, were without issue. Mr. Long.
Oh, Miss Shaoxing here made me very, very comfortable on the journey over. Quite a pleasant trip, wasn't it, Shaoxing? Shaoxing, wasn't it a pleasant trip? Yes, there we go. And who is the insolent one to your right, Mr. Zhang Lei?
The insolent one.
Yes. I asked his name, and he refused to say.
You speak of this man right here.
Yes.
His name is Bai Lei.
Ah, Mr. Huang.
Yes, he is a higher member of our branch of the White Lotus Society here.
The pretty boy who can shoot. Well, Mr. Zhangwei, I am in your capable hands.
Indeed, do I have the pleasure of meeting your company?
Absolutely not. These are guards, nothing more. Very capable, though, let me tell you. Skilled with a sword.
Statue?
There is one thing I would like to see today, if possible. Mr. Treep, yesterday, said he's a man of iron, I believe. Capable with the gun. I would very much enjoy a little show of marksmanship at some point.
Ah, I see. This is something that we could definitely oblige. A curiosity of yours.
Perhaps even a little execution of some sort, maybe? Is this allowed here?
Execution? Well, Wang Long, I'll tell you this much. The one thing about this unfooled chaos of a place called the Crossing is you'll find many people willing to execute one another. But unlike at home, the government has an iron fist around here. Even the smallest discharge of a weapon can cause an absolute ruckus and dangerous conclusions. And trust in this, we've had to deal with it tenfold.
Yes, so I have learned. They told me much about you, Mr. Wei. But we shall not discuss that now.
Agreed. Well, sir, from what I understand, you arrived now here from this mighty ship, the Antonio. But your presence has been told to me before. You come into the gun store, so you arrived earlier than expected.
That is utter nonsense. I just arrived.
Ah, so my people are blind. I'll have to make sure they all say they are optometrist.
Maybe they need glasses?
Maybe they do need some glasses. Well, let us not stand on ceremony here, dear sir. There's much to show you. Welcome. To the
Oh,
Taipan gun store.
a fiery-haired lady. What is your name?
My name is Fiona, sir.
I have never seen such a fire in a hair before. You know what they say in China? All the demons have red hair, like fire, and the green eyes.
I have heard this actually.
Very nice. I'm sorry, Mr. Zhangwei, what were you saying?
Oh, no worries.
Oh, hello there. How do you do? And who is this one?
My name is Yuri, Park Yuri.
Ah, Korea.
네.
Zhangwei, I see you surround yourself with beauty.
Baido, beauty is the next reminding step that there is something we're fighting for around here. Not to mention a reminder of the great beauty that which we cultivate. What you see here is the Taipan gun store. A gun store that we have built a wonderful customer repertoire on top of the fact.
I see, it's very nice, very nice.
This very nice indeed. I'm sorry, sir, do I bore you?
Oh, no, please, continue.
Oh no, Wang Lun, I know that I can entertain you there, sir, but
你會有馬，
who yawned?
What was that you said, Mr. Huang?
你會有馬，
More insolence?
Indeed. I digress. I will move on past it. This gun store provides much to the community, not only on the essence of our people, but to the violent agenda or the security agenda of the crossing. We supply weapons of rifles, shotguns, pistols, and any bit of ammunition to these people, all handcrafted here on this land by, of course, our capable hands.
Yes, I see. And, what rifle is the most powerful? What rifle can China use the most right now?
Well, as of right now, dear sir, any rifle that is not a average musket that you saw many of the warriors using in the mosque in the Books of Rebellion. Nothing too archaic. Many of these guns could kill a person 14 times over. A Lancaster, a brilliant soldier arm, something used in many wars prior, can hold up to 14 hot bullets, hot steel, to kill a man.
Yes, I see.
Get back.
Well then. Is this all there is to the gun shop?
To the gun shop? Yes. We sell our weapons, we sell them to people. We make a good amount of money too. Purveyors of community.
You mentioned money. Funny how you mentioned this. You remember long ago?
Why don't you smoke another cigarette?
I'm sorry.
Good idea.
You have to define what you mean by long ago.
We will discuss this later. Please continue. I'm sorry to be interrupt.
No worries. I'm the senior man with many curiosities, and I'm here to seek them.
I'm doing well.
Horse-drawn cart. How barbaric. I have heard much of the crossing, the violence, the shootings.
Oh, have you now? What have you heard?
People die here like flies. And nobody really cares.
Seems to
Ah.
be an issue. Well, let me allow you to show you where we
Back
feed the public, but as well as where Mr. Kao Chingajing runs his emporium.
And where is he?
Kojinga is out with a bunch of his other herbalists and gatherers, gathering herbs.
I
He's
see.
out here.
My presence was not enough to warrant his arrival.
No, sir. You have to understand, Mr. Wang Lun. I understand. You will have high expectations of what you see here. Many of different things that he cooks up here, but even more important.
Yes, I see.
Mm-hmm.
And, sales, money. How much revenue is he bringing in?
You'll be able to see that in the ledger, there, sir. I believe it'll be a lot easier to put a piece of paper in front of you with everything lined out, so that you might be able to see. And I promise you, you might be dutifully surprised.
Hmm.
The one thing that I cannot show you, Mr. Wang Long, or maybe if time permits us, is I might be able to show you where we do most of our work out of. But if you thought the journey from China was long, dear sir, the last thing I want to do was put more experience on those feet. But I can promise you the numbers will save you.
That is what I am most interested in.
Take a peek around. Feel free to look around at the different parts of the kitchen, from his tools all the way to his menu. He's got many of things that you can take a look at here.
Ah, yes, I saw. I heard about the menu in the Meili.
Yes, so you're aware of the Malay market as well.
Yes, of course. Everything you do, you cannot hide from us. Including your gunfights, your cowboy ways.
Our cowboy ways.
Yeehaw.
I want to make this abundantly clear. The yeehaw ways, to what you speak of. We do not run around here toting our guns using fear to beget rule. No. Fighting and learning the way of these people has been strenuous, uninvited. But the thing is, Mr. Wang Lun, as you know, you cannot topple a government. You cannot put influence into economy or agriculture without a show of strength. And when one challenge such a thing, you have to be quick to understand the ways of the Yao Guai that you are fighting.
Nevertheless, business was hurt, was it not?
Shamefully, yes. We celebrated many victories, Mr. Wang Lu. The warriors we fought were persistent, strong, and gave us battle after battle, but not with great honor. We restored our honor after our battles and buried our enemies. Returning to principles and back to work is the reward.
So who has been the biggest thorn in your side till now?
A man named Jack Kitterman. He has not been so much as of late, but he was the one who gave us the most impasse to getting back to a bit of normalcy.
And this man is now dead.
No. When I spoke to this Yao Guai, it's because he's proven his worth to be a demon. No matter how many times you try to kill him, burn him, electrocute him, make him feel the wrath of the great lightning bolts, he finds a way to persevere.
And did you place the charms on your warrior's chest before you went out to war?
I took every precautionary measure, Mr. Wang Lu.
Very good.
Please, Mr. Wang Lung, a seat for you.
And, which seat would you like me to take?
This one right here, my friend. The light is a great way of coming in. I can see you. You can enjoy the warmth of where this room was placed. It rises with the sun and sets with the moon.
Facing south? No, this is facing north. I don't think I will sit here. I like to face south.
Whatever makes you comfortable, Mr. Wang Lung. Missouri, fellow, could you prepare some tea settings for me, please?
Oh. Look what I found. Sitting right under here under the table.
What will be that?
A large stick.
I don't know how the hell that got there. You sure you want hiding that in your pants leg?
Yeah, no, I think, there we go. Why don't you have your most trusted people sit here with us, Mr. Wei?
My company there, sir, is, one who likes to stand on guard. As we've talked about before, the people of the crossing here are fickle creatures.
What do you have to fear from me?
You? No, Mr. Wang Lung, you have it confused. I have nothing to fear from you.
Well then, Mr. Huang, come sit by me. I'd like to get a better look at you. I heard much about you.
Most tend to say they hear more about my father.
Yes, your father. I have not met him, but I have heard much about him. How is he doing?
He's doing well. Still organizing. Still participating in the rebellion. From afar.
From the comforts of his own home, I assume?
From the comforts of various palaces. And politicians' beds.
And we have yet to see any serious contribution to our glorious fight.
What have your contributions been, huh, Mr. Lord?
You dare to question me?
I am a daredevil.
I like
Can't get
this.
inside of this world, dear sir, without taking some risks. And I cultivate risk takers.
Mr. Huang. I see you are a man of action. Maybe like Mr. Treep here. A man of iron. Tell me, what do you prefer? The sword or the gun?
Well, a gun could vanquish very many enemies, however, due to my roots, there's something far more personal about the sword.
Very true. Join me, Mr. Huang.
Join you in what?
Return to China with me. Fight by my side.
In the rebellion.
To attain the most glorious of position. Throw down the great Qing Empire. Rise high the White Lotus. Not only would you have power, position, you could have wealth untold.
Yes, I could have a lot of rice in my belly. And a lot of silk. A
Mmm.
lot of guards.
Silk pillows every night.
Frank, it's time to smoke again.
Ladies or men.
Wines.
Mm-hmm. Grow a belly like mine. I've seen you watching it.
Yes, you do feel a hanfu very well.
I had this specially made.
I have this. This here is our ledger. A ledger with every sale coming in and out of all of our businesses. I, helming White Industries, Bai Li, the Taipan gun store. Fei Long, in the Taoxian Kung Fu school. Bao Shi bonds, a banking system that we are introducing, as well as Cole's Old Emporium. The 5 companies that make up Taipan. If you look, the amount of surplus just in precious stones would rival those that were farmed and harvested from the great gold mines of the Ming and Qing dynasties. The land here is bountiful. Has many, many treasures. You could consider myself to be a dragon if you want. The money we have generated could crush the government even if we wanted to. Topple government. This is a testament to our growth. White Industries is the longest business we have, and if you look around you, we are creating an empire with fingers as long as snakes.
I see this. Yes, this looks to be equivalent of about 308 million Chinese dollars.
Indeed.
It looks like you have made some progress here. Of course, my findings have seen very few customers in the gun shop, in the melee market. I looked through the ledger. Sales do not seem very high. But the gems, yes. Going back to what I mentioned earlier, you remember long ago, years ago, when we invested in you, Zhang Wei.
Yes, I'm well aware. From the inspectors of Bai Li and Kochinga Jing coming to assess White Industries, but even more importantly myself, the CFI, was truly in a position to grow the White Lotus Society. Yes, Mr. Wang Lu, I am aware.
Are you also aware of what is happening in China today? Are you aware of the White Lotus Society's role in shaping the future of our country?
I cannot say that I am. Politics do not tend to make their way all the way out here to this land. So please educate me.
Well, you sit like a dragon upon your gems, hoarding them. We have been fighting every single day. We have lost hundreds of people. We are under-equipped. We are spread thin. We are facing the darkest of days. And even though our efforts have hurt the great Qing Empire, they yet remain too strong. Why do they remain strong? They have guns. They have money. They tax the 老百姓 65% every month. 65%. They're stripping the common people of everything they have. And we are really the only ones standing up to them. But our treasures, our funds are diminishing day by day. I have come here to inspect, yes. But I have also come here for a return on our investment. In you, Zhang Wei. $308 million Chinese dollars. This will suffice. What say you?
A return on your investment.
That original investment was less than $7,000.
You know how much money that is in China? That is about 80 million. You think...
You're wanting almost triple that amount of money to help you in your current tobacco back in the homeland.
Are you or are you not a member of the White Lotus Society? Are you or are you not a Grand Dragon of the White Lotus Society here in Saints Crossing?
You will be speaking the truth. I am the head dragon of the White Lotus Society here inside the crossing.
Then you know the history of the White Lotus Society. You know the rules. You know that you are far, far down the pecking pole. You are just a dragon here, in a state far, far away from China, but you still, your allegiance must remain to China. Don't you agree, my warriors?
Of course, Master.
大hon万岁!
然后说谁？
Do you not agree?
去
Hmm?
水去
Hmm.
That's how I see it. I've become very familiar with them, living in the swamp. Leeches.
Wang Lun. I've heard of many, many things about you. Many of things.
News from your father.
Oh, from my father. Is very much in my ear, as you are now. A man who has been 2 whole generations working inside mine, feeding his funds into the White Lotus Society. If you want to talk about contributions, my lineage has paid in full.
Are you saying I have not?
What I am saying to you is your reputation precedes you. You see, when I awoke to many of my days coming to my businesses, I found White Lotus business on 2 of my businesses turned upside down. We all know that when one dies, they do things backwards. I come here to get a refreshing cup of jasmine tea, a great symbol to us and our people, a symbol of purity. For every sip is a new beginning. Some hospitality that I share with every single person who sits in that chair, regardless of being a countryman or not. And you rob me of these things. You say that you just come off of a boat. Yet my people say that they have talked to you on multiple accounts of you and yours coming to my store, assessing, putting your eyes upon, judging. Wangloon, I'm not going to discredit your issues, for I know they are large. But the foundation to which that I have built here is something I have bled for, sweat and tears, and everybody else in this room has done the same. I'm a very forward man, just like my father, sir. Respectfully. I have tried to be patient with you and your insults, your impertinence towards me and my organization since you stepped foot here on this soil. This is not your China, sir.
Do I smell treason?
Treason? No, sir, not treason.
You would not dare lay a hand on the official representatives
You know,
of the White
Master
Lotus
Wangloon,
Society.
Jasmine tea. Maybe you should have some more of it.
Up until now, I have not even been offered a cup. Yes, Mr. Me. You will have your fun. You dare.
I'm going to make this abundantly clear to you, Wangloon. This isn't your China. This is ours. The whole wind sway.
No, you do not dare! You do not dare!
Fucking get down.
How dare you!
Being said, Mr. Wangloon. We have adjusted to the great winds of change, Mr. Wangloon. We have learned the ways of the gun. We have learned the ways of the West. We have grown in our minds. But you come here, scoff at our change, the things that we have done.
Who dare attack me?
You come here to grovel at my feet.
So,
You come here to grovel at us. Demand that we give you financial stability for your walls for that home. China is strong.
Stand up, you miserable.
Hong Kong is stronger.
how dare you? My superiors will hear of this.
No, that's where you're wrong there, Wangloon. You see, when you got on when you did what you'd have done, when you take one of mine as prisoner, a token of trade or whatever have you, you made a great trespass. Because that ticket you bought was a one-way ticket. So, you want to see Jim's right there, sir? Then allow me to show you my surplus, sir. change, Wanglu. And the desire to grow something beyond it, not to conform. Don't get them twisted. You have made great trespass by coming here the way that you did. We are not just countrymen made before. We have been shaped to our experiences.
If you have taken me here to kill me, get on with it. I grow weary of your voice.
You go weary of my voice. You, second in line to be emperor. This is why your sword is engraved with such insignias.
What do you know about this sword?
Oh, I know much, Wangloom. But it seems to be that we do not walk the same path. Things defined differently for you than they are myself. So tell me, what is this Black Lotus?
There are many divisions of the Lotus organization. You are too low on the totem pole to know. You are merely a part of the White Lotus. There is the Black Lotus Society. Red, green, yellow, and others. You think you have power today. But wait until you see the true power of the Lotus Society.
I have the strongest warriors. Raised by the Qing and defined by their own actions here.
And your point is?
There's no word you can give to me.
Are you
Made me have to think differently.
Are you truly willing to end my life here today on this godforsaken mountain? Do you know what this will mean?
No. Tell me.
Do you think your trips to China for trade, to develop gems, your father? Do you think this will show him any favors? Do you think that we will continue to let your father rise? Do you think he will sleep peacefully at night, surrounded by his harem? Ah, yes. I know all about your father, Cao Pi. Do you think ending my life and the life of my soldiers will help protect you? Maybe today, but what about tomorrow?
My father knew of the risk by green lighting, asking me to be a dagger here. If he knew about it, you don't think that during the entirety of the time my father, working with the White Lotus Society were not under threat? Wanglu, they were by more powerful men than yourself.
But ending me will do you no favors.
Have you died?
I may yet have a trick or two up my sleeve. What say you? We end this the old way. Man against man.
How about man against woman?
Agreed.
Do I have your assurance that even if I am to prevail, none of you will raise your guns to me? Or your knives?
You have my assurance that I will not raise my guns nor my knives to you should you prevail.
And you over there? The same?
A man who truly lacks honor. May the hell that you have unfurled amongst the people of China be never forgotten, Maglum. And may the gods and the Yao Guais down below, may they have the best of luck piecing you back together.
Down one sway.
Wang Lun, inspiration and general of the, oh my god, properly of the White Lotus Society, official journal of Wang Lun, Inspector General. Everything is in this book is written in Chinese. January 1st, 1901. Saints Crossing first came to my attention after the father of the man named Zhang Wei decided to disagree with my solution to the Boxers of the Boxer Rebellion. I argued that they should be used or to tear down the foreign forts, burn the ships now sitting in our harbors, and to summon the proper men from the high river to drive them into the port of Tianxian. Wei Sr. insulted me by saying the Boxers were nothing more than peasants and they're uncontrollable. This may be true, but I died at 14 and have led thousands of victory to death and to death. I told him the majestic ministerial office of the benevolent Hong's Grand Dragon took Wei Senior's side, costing me much time and money in relationships gotten during the troubled times. Vengeance, an idea supported by the Empress Tokugawa. After much investigation, on March 14, 1901, after much investigation and some correspondence from the Huang Bailey, I was able to locate Saints Crossing and send spies to learn Wei Sun's son. He died on mid-January 1901 and rose again as a Grand Dragon of the White Lotus Society in the Crossing. He has prospered. He has gathered small army and has many victories against his enemies and some losses. Zheng Wei prides himself on his use of silver tongue to school him at the conflict, and sometimes it works and sometimes it fails. When I am done with him, he will have no more tongue, no more bows, no more Gigi. He will be a eunuch and die in disgrace. His gems will be mine. Now I must decide to do as I want, a half of his inventory or all of it. May 30th, we set sail for the crossing armed with more information than I care to know. I have enticed an emissary from Sheng Wei's company as Xiao Xing. Lovely lady doesn't satisfy me that she will suffer the same fate as Sheng Wei. It's a long journey after all. I have learned that Zheng Wei is the largest gem holder in Saints Crossing, and in fact his gems have flooded the Chinese market in Tianjin, Peking, and Shanghai. They are indeed very fine specimens. His right-hand man, Kochenga Zheng, this is someone who I've met before, was quite impressed with. A warrior like myself at heart, a boxer leader. Perhaps I can persuade him to my cause. Huang Baili, a pretty boy who fought alongside Kochenga. I have never met the lad, but he has learned the way of the gun quite proficiently. Shen Fei Long, a capable hatchetman. Yu Quan, another capable hatchetman. A Korean lady named Yuri Park. A doctor named Emily Kenwood. And a Japanese man named Mitsuhida. And a some Guai Lao I don't care to meet. Together they pose a threat to my plans and to take half of Zheng Wei's inventory. I would like to learn more where he stores them, and how does he transport them, what is their true value. I will tell him that the White Lotus Society has met repeated defeats in the homeland, and it is not to forget the investment we made all those months ago. This is the price, for we all have some higher than ourselves. He must bend the knee and willingly give up his gems, or or my entourage will cut them down, just as we smashed the foreign soldiers at Manchang Road. July 10th. I feel as if Shaoxing is slowly coming to my side. The weeks I've spent together have not been in vain. After all, what a woman can refuse a man of power and prestige like myself? Money speaks louder than good looks or the wide belly is pleasing in the pillows. If I could only find Kochinga Zheng and Huang Bailei. July 11th, 1901. Our ship has arrived at Saint Denis. Unfortunately, Zhao Qing has forced my hand and I have locked her in the cabin. My guards watch her closely and she cannot be let out as she knows too much of my plans. I believe I will be accepting their paltry welcome with as much grace as I can muster and end up in the bank. This is where my guards will make their move. Taking one of them hostage, I will demand Zheng Wei's gems, let them see how a good leader he is then. July 13th. I sent a telegram notifying him of our inspection. Little does he know I'm already here already. Oh, I know this. It's already shown my face. I have found his enterprises to be licking dirt on the floors, workers smoking. One Chinese man, Fei Long, even changed his name to an English name, which I now forget. Carl's Opium Emporium has potential, and I fear better management is needed. I have walked the streets of this quaint city night and day and have not found this man. Bai Li must fall from grace if he allows his employees such free rein within his gun shop. Vile tools, lacking honor. The old ways are far better. Give me my sword any day, and none of them shall stand before me in defiance. When I am finished and have safely packed away the gems, I will return to China. I will tell the society that Zheng Wei is holding wealth and refuses to help the motherland, while we fight valiantly to overthrow the Qing and install an emperor of our own. I hope never to return to this cursed land. I met a lady in a general store. She said, "How do you do?" And she said nothing in reply. Do they not know the power when they say it? Does the imperial yellow color not strike fear in their hearts? These people here do not bow. They are crude and smell like milk. July 15th. I have decided to take all the gems, not half. I will be leaving him in poverty and disgrace. Already I have placed aside the failure of all of Taipan's enterprises. I will play along first and listen to what he has to say, but in the end he will submit or die. Tomorrow I meet Zheng Wei. I will tear him down. Sadly, local businessmen and women, even in the city's Yamen, our constables say the Saint Denis is better because of Taipan Industries. I pried and I probed, but could not find anyone to say a negative thing about Taipan or its members. I will have to tear this page out before my victorious return to China, laden with gems. We had to beat Shaoxing today. She is quite skilled at lying. She said she loves Zheng Wei and will not betray him. But she did tell me that his gems are worth about $30,000, Chinese equal dollars. Damn. That would be enough for me to buy the White Lotus Society throne and become the true dragon, my destiny. That was awesome, dude. That was so sick, bro.